Hey guys, Evo here, and I'm back with another episode of Let's Play. And today we're going to be playing Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. So let's get right into it. Now I'm actually going to be rolling a new character. Load appearance. Save slot 4. Now usually when people do Let's Play videos, usually go through all the options, so let's do that. Of course you have your options of your, I hope I'm saying it right, your male, female, L as in male, L as in female, Lalafell male, Lalafell female, excuse me, Makote male, Makote female, Rogadine male, and Rogadine female. We're going for your male clan. Well, before I even get into clan, each race pretty much has their own clan. I'm going to be going with Midlander for your appearance. You can either choose to randomize your appearance or go through the customization, which pretty much height, muscle tone, skin color, hairstyle, hair color, which also lets you choose highlights for your hair, facial features, how your jaw will look, eye shape, iris size, eye color, eyebrow, nose, mouth, lip color, facial features. Okay, go back up to face, and face is pretty much choosing how your face will actually look. I guess adventurous or, kind of young. The childish kid look, the suave smooth look, older grizzly guy, more evil look, and then there's that one. Going back now, of course, facial features like scars, goatee, mustache, and of course tattoos, tattoo color, face paint color, and then also you get to choose your voice. I pretty much have already, set up this character, so we're gonna go with the appearance data that I already have. Name day is pretty much your character's birthday. It really has no effect on your character gameplay. And we're going to go with the 6th Umbral Moon and the 3rd sun, which is pretty much almost like my birthday, so my actual birthday. We're gonna go with Thalic the Scholar. Then of course you have your classes, Disciples of War, which is Gladiator, Pugilist, Marauder, Lancer, Archer. Then your Disciples of Magic, which are Conjurer, Thaumaturge, and Arcanist. I'm going to go with Archer, pretty much just simply because I find Archer to be a lot more easier. And I'm used to Archer now, as opposed to back in 1.0 when I played Lancer. So let's get going with the game. Confirm. Navigate to choose our server, and we're gonna go with Coral, just simply because. Well, actually, no. We're gonna go with Sargantinus actually, which is my actual server for my character. Let's see. For streaming purposes, Evo X, and then surname will be Sin. Confirm. Beginning the game with this character. Okay. Let's listen into this, and then we're going to continue on with commentary. That was something, somewhat interesting. Well, compared to 1.0, the hair fill thing was, in my opinion, just a bit too fast, as opposed to how it was in 1.0 when it was just like, it captivated you. Along with that, there was the whole singing in the background. Now another thing is, if you're not a 1.0 player, if you didn't subscribe towards the end of 1.0 and make it to legacy status, your opening intro will be a little bit different from a legacy character. My main character is a legacy character, and instead of riding the carriage like you see this character doing, he actually exits an ethereal rift, which he was placed in via Lord Swa at the end of 1.0 during the whole calamity with Bahamut and Dalamon. Now, as the story goes on, you'll actually learn more about these two twins right here. And their connection to your character and the 1.0 story. Guys, I really do apologize for any pauses in between my talking. Usually most of the time I'm sitting here reading or trying to actually think of what to say without sounding stupefied or getting something wrong. He's like, hey, what happened to my drink? What the? That's weird. I swear I had some more in there. Why did you become an adventurer? Was it to gain power? Not really. To win glory? Probably so. To amass a fortune? Or? Let's go to win glory. He's like, hey, you should stay here, and I'm like, did you just not see the arrow, like, hit the carriage? Like, seriously. Yeah, I think it's about time we hightailed it out of here. Dude, you're telling me. Is this your first trip to Grenada? No, but, you know, for extreme sakes, I'll say yes. Now, for anyone that played 1.0, the maps were extremely huge. Like, people complain about copy and paste, but at the end of the day, the maps were huge. The Black Shroud itself was extremely huge. And you found yourself several times getting lost, just trying to find your way from one camp to the next, or from the town to the next camp. And if you ventured too far, either southwest or northwest, you found yourself in this in a predicament that you didn't want to find yourself in. Just so you know, guys, he just gave me a ring. Yeah, he just gave me a ring. And there it is, guys. Final Fantasy XIV, A Realm Reborn. As you all may know, we're about a month away from Heavensward being released, and I hope you all have pre-ordered your copy. If you haven't, do it as soon as possible, because they are in limited quantities, and you want to get those awesome goodies, as well as that beautiful, beautiful dragon statue that it's coming with. Also, you also get early access to the game, and early access actually begins on June the 19th. So you definitely want to hop on the pre-order as soon as possible. Get the Heavensward so that you can enjoy all new content, all new area, new jobs, new abilities, everything. Select the control scheme. I'm going to go with gamepad just simply because that's what I'm using, and I'm used to a gamepad. Now, before I even start, guys, if you look right here, you'll see a green leaf next to my name. That's pretty much to identify me as a new character, new player. this guy right here, as you see, you have the quest icon. Something that a lot of people tend to hate, but it's not all that bad, really. Another green adventure, I presume. Okay, let's go. On our way to the Caroline Canopy to speak to Mother Mune. Pretty sure I said her name wrong, but okay. Whatever. Now, I'm actually happy that Sargantinus was actually open, because according to the website, as far as restrictions for new characters, Sargantinus was actually on the list for not accepting any new characters. And I'm actually happy that it is, because a lot of my friends are actually on this server. So hopefully, at some point during my stream and during my Let's Play videos, hopefully you'll see me partying up with them and getting some things done. Now, one of the things that I really hate about this is that they tell you bits and bits of pieces about the whole calamity and what happened, but you don't find out exactly what happens until you reach endgame and you actually play through the binding coil of Bahamut. And that's when you find out, what happened with Lord Swa and Bahamut, and how, Eorzea was spared from total destruction. Here goes this douchebag. And let's complete this particular quest. This concludes the introductory game tutorial. You are taking the first step as an adventurer in the city of Gridania. Listen well to the wisdom of Mother Mione. Really swear I'm not saying her name right. Then go forth and discover the incredible adventures that await you. Now, if you notice, guys, the quest icon has changed to that of a fiery light symbol, and it's pretty much symbolized as a main story quest, whereas quests that are your normal regular quests will have like the previous one that was shown. Now, once again, like I said, Heaven's Ward is about a month away, releasing June the 23rd, with early access being June the 19th. One of the reasons that I'm doing this Let's Play for Final Fantasy XIV Realm Reborn is pretty much just play through the story and show you guys everything that's happening leading up to Heaven's Ward. I'm not 100% sure Square will let me play and show you guys all of it because it contains spoilers leading up to Heaven's Ward, especially if you guys haven't played through the game itself. So I'll do as much as I can, post as much as I can with the Let's Play, and just show you guys, pretty much the story and how things go and how the game is and stuff like that. So anyways, let's get moving with the story. first quest has been accepted, and our first stop is going to actually be the Aetherite. And I'm actually just skipping these little help guides, just pretty much because they pretty much help you understand the game and how it plays. Since this is my first time playing the game, I'm just going to skip through them and head on to the first quest. For the time being, I'm going to skip the little small quest. That doesn't mean that I won't be doing them. I'm just going to skip through them, just to, speed through the story as much as possible. Now, before I even examine the whole Aetherite, let's step back for a second. And if you guys look at the Aetherite, like, for anybody that played 1.0, the Aetherite was not right here. Like, this was just barren land with, like, matter of fact, there really weren't even that many houses in this particular area of Gridania. This was like where the Aetherite stands now. There was just plain. See all this water right here? It was just this. It was just this water. The Aetherite was actually let's go to Old Gridania. I'm sorry. Crap. Old Gridania. The Aetherite was actually somewhere up in this area, between this area and here. Somewhere between these two areas was exactly where the Aetherite was, I believe. Correct. And since then, it's moved from Old Gridania to New Gridania to where you see it right now. Let's go ahead and examine the Aetherite. I'm currently attuning myself with it. You're attuned to the Aetherite. Return, learn. Now we're going to make our way to the Archers Guild. Excuse me guys, the camera's like all over the place. It's been a while since I actually played around Reborn. I actually been spending a little too much time on 11. So my whole control scheme is just pretty much off at the moment. Here you have an ethereal shard, an ethernet shard, which pretty much part of a network of small aetherites that allow you to warp through town and pretty much to outside the town. Now 1.0 players know that back in 1.0 they weren't as accessible as they are here. And they pretty much ran via the something involving the grand companies and Quirin. Okay, here we go. went through that a little too fast. Okay, we spoke to visit the Archer Guild. Now we're gonna head towards Parchment Freight. I think I'm saying his name right. Parchment Freight or Parchment Freight, who was located in the markets. And let's actually go this way. You know, I find it kind of funny that they call Old Gridania, and New Gridania, just simply because, and I'll show you guys in a bit. And 1.0 players know exactly what I'm talking about. Old Gridania looks entirely different from how it looked back at 1.0. The theater has been moved. The market was always there, but the theater has been moved. The Aetherite has been moved. And there's a few other things that's been changed in Old Gridania. Oh, I'll show you guys the Conjure skill real quick after I finish this quest. That has changed drastically, because that actually used to be a whole lot bigger than what it was. Okay, let's stand and we head back to the Caroline Canopy. But first, like I said, I want to show you guys where the Conjure skill is located at, which is still Glade Fane. Like I said, it is entirely different from how it was in 1.0. For the most part, New Gridania, which is the area we just came from not too long ago, is reminiscent more so of its 1.0 counterpart than Old Gridania is. Okay, okay, so here's the amphitheater. This wasn't here. One of the whole reasons behind the story of the amphitheater being here is pretty much because the original amphitheater was actually destroyed by the calamity. So that's why that's now located there. Grab a few stuff from off the delivery mogul. Another thing is, your mailbox pretty much holds like, I believe, 20 letters. Once it reaches the maximum amount of letters, they'll actually send back like your mail, like, and you won't be able to receive that mail until you send the request for it to be sent back to you. So let's say, like, I have 20 letters. I have to go through and actually check all my mail first. Uh-oh, we had one that didn't process. Sucks. And then I have to delete delete the letter itself. That is my legacy chocobo, which is a chocobo that a lot of people, that you got if you were subscribed to 1.0 for at least 3 months, I believe. And we got another one that did not go through right. The reason why I have so much mail is pretty much from the amount of time that I've played this game on my main character. Sucks. This tends to be annoying sometimes when your mail doesn't process the way that it should. It can be rather quite a bit annoying. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to actually use one of my items real quick. Equip some of my gear. And let's see. Character. Let's equip the friendship circlet. I like the friendship circlet a lot more than I do the Moogle cap, the Helm of Light, or the Goblin cap. Well, Goblin cap doesn't really do anything, but the Helm of Light and the Moogle cap. And pretty much the reason behind it is it just looks cooler. Not as cool as the goggles, as the Garland goggles that a lot of players who played 1.0 got. Like my main character Evo has the Garland goggles. If you didn't play 1.0, then you didn't get them. They were pretty much a pre-order bonus. Well, actually, no. I'm sorry. Actually, it wasn't. Was it? I don't believe it was a pre-order bonus. It might have been, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't want to wear the Helm of Light simply because I don't have the Warrior of Light gear. Okay, so apparently this character doesn't have the Azuran gauntlets, which is another item that was from 1.0. So we're going to continue making our way to the Conjurers Guild. Should be making our way there any second. Like I said, I just want to show you guys how much this place has changed since 1.0. This is still Glade Fane, also known as Norfolk's Altar. It's a lot smaller than what it was in 1.0, and if you remember how it looked in 1.0, there was actually like a moat and a lot of open area in this particular area where Still Glade Fane and the Conjurer's Guild was located at. Like, you couldn't just walk in and like, hey, bam, there's the entrance to Still Glade Fane. Like, you walked in and you had at least a good track, a good distance from the initial entrance into the particular area to the leading to the entrance to the altar and the Conjurer's Guild. Okay, we're going to make our way back to the 8th Ray Plaza. And next stop is the Caroline Canopy. And this quest is complete. Now, unfortunately, the next quest won't be available at least until level 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to actually do a few quests and just show you guys a little bit of the gameplay. And this is pretty much for you guys who have been reluctant to get a Realm Reborn simply because a lot of you may consider it a clone of World of Warcraft, or may not just like the gameplay in particular. Making our way back to the guild. Now, one of the things that I would suggest is to try not to do all of your quests, as far as like your random in-town quests, just simply because of the fact that you do have multiple jobs that you have to level. Multiple classes that you have to level. So you want to at least save some of your quests. Okay, let's talk to this person. forgive me guys if I'm speeding through the text a little bit too much where you guys can't see it. Pretty much believe I'm hitting the 30-minute to hour mark now, so I don't want to take up too much time and bore you guys to death. I want to get into the battle a little sooner than possible. I mean, as soon as possible, and just so you guys can see exactly how the gameplay is. Okay, let's go speak to the guild master. Will you dedicate yourself to archery? Yes, I will. Slay the squirrels, ladybugs, and phone guards that roam just beyond the city gates. 3 of each should suffice. Oh man, the animal lovers and nature freaks are definitely going to have their way with this. A field day with this. Like, oh my god, he's killing defenseless animals. You bleeding bastard. Let us boycott 14. No more cruelty to animals that really do not exist. Okay, I'm actually gonna go ahead and make my way. Actually, crap, I have to go to Old Gridania first, so I might as well just grab this quest because this also takes place in Old Gridania. Not yet, though. This quest pretty much makes use of the emote system, and pretty much what you're doing is, if you remember Anil and Nicholas from 1.0, there are a couple of younglings that have survived the calamity, and Anil is pretty much depressed. So your job was to cheer her up and try to make her feel a hell of a lot better than what she's feeling right now. all the while she's calling you odd and crazy and weird. She's pretty much insulting you the whole time that you're trying to make her feel better. And next stop will be Ogredania. Now, one of the things that I don't like about this version of 14 is the zone lines, because there was so many beautiful aspects of the game that were cut out just to save on memory and time and stuff like that, and make it seem like there were a lot more areas than what there really was. Like, if you played 1.0, like, there were like maybe, you had the 3 main nations, and then you had like Thanalan, Lenosia, and the Black Shroud. Then you also had Corinthus and Mordana. Those were like your main areas. Then you had a few open dungeons, which is something that a lot of people actually miss in the game, is the open world dungeons. And there we go, hey, we leveled up. And a new skill was learned. Basically, this quest right here just requires you to interact with the item, pick it up, grab a few of the others, and hey, what do you know, jumping in the Final Fantasy game. That was a horrible laugh, I know. And I do a horrible Peter Griffin laugh, so you definitely don't want to hear that. And then it's done. Like, this is actually why a lot of people hate the jumping mechanic, just because people would hop around all day. Okay, we're gonna do like this last quest. Grab one more and then make our way outside of town. Let's see. We got this guy right here. Well, lady. Sorry. This guy. Sorry, I had a weird moment. Sorry. I think I passed out a guy. Here we go. Okay, let's see. XIV, a baby behemoth, barding, coral bell, coral. Sorry, I'm mocking OCP. Sorry. Black chocobo chick, beady eye, Vortal resonator, minion of light, black mage barding, wind up leader, behemoth warhorn, wind up Odin, wind up warrior of light, Bardin of light, wind up goblin, fat chocobo whistle, wind up Moogle, wind up Gilgamesh. We're not going to use the Aetheryte pendulum right now, simply because this card has no bleeding use for it. And drop chocobo whistle. Yes, I almost called it chocobo cocobo. Yeah. Okay, so we need to go north. We will get our last set of quests, even though there's still some more that I see. I'm not going to get them right now. Turn this in. Grab this one, and then we're going to actually make our way out of town and do a little bit of fighting, and we'll show you guys the battle system as well as the fate system. Or I could be nice and show you guys how the Aetheryte system actually works. Let's go to the Conjurer's Guild first. Sorry, weird moment again. Biddy. Let me guess, you're a bobbity? Okay, anyways. Braya. I'm horrible at saying names. games, guys, so please forgive me. Okay. Let's sprint our way up to the Botanist Guild. And as you can see, my quest list is actually building. Due to me accepting a lot of quests. Okay, we're gonna actually run back down real quick and turn this in. I actually had no intentions of going to the Conjurer's Guild first. Okay, let's light these thingy majiggers here. Speak back to Briar. If you guys notice, I'm completely walking past Isumi, just pretty much because I just feel like he was a lot more cooler in 1.0 than he is in this game. He chanted away a Trent as the Trent was trying to kill you and Yida and Papalimo, and then like later on in the storyline, he's like standing face to face with pissed off fire spirit elemental, and he's just like 1.0 Isumi was badass. 2.0 he's just like, I am an NPC. Talk to me. I mean, he does appear in the Conjurer's guild quest line, but outside of that, you really don't. I mean, Isumi really doesn't contribute too much to the story like he did in 1.0. Like, it was just like, hey, you served your purpose, we don't need you anymore, you're being demoted to NPC status, low level NPC status. Sure, he's a guild master, but he was demoted to a low level NPC. Wait, you get no story, you get no play, you get a little bit of time in the quest line. That's about it. Like, they just did my boy Isumi wrong. That I kind of felt wrong about that, because of how badassery he was back in 1.0. Okay, so before I go any further, I just activated the last Ethernet shard that I needed for Gridania. So now I have access to all the Ethernet shards in Gridania, as well as allowing me to teleport to either one of the zone gates that'll zone me into the Black Shroud. Okay, we're gonna turn these 2 quests in, and then we're gonna make our way outside, hopefully. And I'll do a few battles and do one or two fate battles just to show you guys, and then I think I'm gonna end this video because I'm pretty much hitting the hour mark now, I believe, if I haven't already hit that yet. Okay, that, and then we got one more. Sprint our way back down to the Conjurers Guild. Also, another tip, guys, do not, and I repeat, do not spend your guild, your money, your gold, on anything. On anything. The game pretty much, each major quest line, and even some of the lower level quests, side quests, award you with gear. So there's really no need to purchase any gear throughout the game until you reach level 50, and even then, you're pretty much farming most of your gear. Crafting is pretty much easy, so like I said, there's really no point to spend your money on any form of gear. Excuse me. Okay, we're gonna make our way to Blue Badger Gate. Okay, let's see. Let's kill some stuff. Wait, I think I have some food. Do I have any food? No, I don't. They're gonna starve me to death. Okay. Alright, so let's kill some stuff. I really hate this because I usually have a specific order on where I place some of my abilities. Like, straight shot is where I want it, but usually I place heavy shot right here, and it just feels a lot more comfortable for me because that's where I'm used to having heavy shot at on my main character. For rotation wise, you definitely want to use straight shot first to proc your criticals, well, chances of a critical. Heavy shot really doesn't do too much, but what happens actually is eventually, as time goes on, using heavy shot will actually allow you to proc straighter shot, which pretty much gives you stronger attack from straight shot. And most of the time, the straighter shot ends up being a critical attack. So you definitely want to make sure that you're always using straight shot first to increase your chances of to increase your critical hit rate, and then of course heavy shot. Okay, I need a few more ladybugs. Now, one of the things I didn't explain, guys, before I got into killing stuff. Um, Now, here's your status bar, which pretty much is, well, not status, but your HP, which is your health, MP, which is your magical points, and then your TP, which is your technical points, tactic points, whatever you want to call it. Then, of course, your experience bar. And as far as TP, each action that you use, with the exception of these four, uses up TP. And you'll see the number of TP that it uses right here in the light blue. Later on in the game, you actually want to be careful in how much TP that you use. Try your best to manage in TP. Now, one of the recent additions from like a few patches ago was Elite Hunts, which are pretty much Final Fantasy 14 versions of Notorious 11's Notorious Monsters. The downside to that is every single one of the elite marks that they included in the game are level 50. And they award no specific special item. I've heard people that have heard that some people have gotten like gear or whatever from S rank hunts. But other than that, like, there really is no specific special item that will help improve gameplay that is dropped from elite marks. And like I said, all the elite marks are level 50. So, and most of them, A ranks, alright, let me put it like this. B ranks can be soloed. A ranks require at least a 4-man to 8-man party. And then your S ranks more than likely will require some kind of alliance. Now, one of the things that I am a little bit disappointed in is a while back, before a Realm Reborn release, we were promised Roman primals, and a lot of people are probably like listening to me now like, dude, just give it up, we're not getting Roman primals, blah 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 blah. And I'm just like, no dude, I'm gonna keep on ranting about Roman primals until we freaking get our Roman primals. And I guess pretty much they're holding off on Roman primals at least until they get the whole free company situation sorted out. And how, you know, each free company will be able to summon these particular primals once they've been acquired. Such as like, when a Roman primal spawns, how will each free company engage this particular primal? Because, I mean, you can't really have like, hey, there's this big Roman primal, there's this big primal roaming throughout the area, roaming throughout the land, and then like, you got like 100, 200 players rushing to this particular primal, and what do you know, hey, fate just popped. But anyways, you can have like this big primal roaming the land, ravaging the land, and then like 200 players like just running towards this primal to kill it, and they're claiming for their free company, and trying to figure out like, hey, who the system is trying to figure out, hey, who exactly gets to use this. So I'm pretty sure there are probably like a lot of kinks that have to be worked out with the whole Roman primal system, and hopefully, like, a lot of people are dissatisfied with the current summoner system, battle system gameplay. So I'm pretty sure like once the Roman primal system is pretty much worked out and and been made public, and has gone live, pretty sure a lot of people will appreciate it a lot more than and hopefully it'll be a lot more better than what the current summoner gameplay is. Another thing that I was kind of disappointed with in the game is housing. That was another big disappointment for this game, just simply because of the fact that, one, housing is available in limited quantities, and they didn't separate free company housing from personal housing. So your wards are like free company and personal housing mixed together, which wouldn't be so bad if personal housing didn't cost almost as much as free company housing does, and if there were just as many personal houses as there were free company houses. So like, there are people like that aren't a part of a free company, or at some point their free company has disbanded and they can't afford to buy a home, or they finally have the money to buy a home and they can't get one, just simply because of the fact that there isn't any, there are no more, well, let me rephrase that, I'm sorry, my English is horrible, I'm going to a corner and cry now. Anyways, there is not enough land available for players for each individual player to acquire a house, to acquire land, which is like horrible. And that's where Yoshi P and team kind of messed up at, was just like housing was just like done so horribly, when it should have been like, okay, here's your wards for free company, and then like, here's your wards for housing, for personal housing. Instead it was like, hey, here's our free company, we're going to give you guys free company housing first, and then following that we're going to give you guys personal housing. But sadly, unfortunately, we can't give you guys a ton of new wards. So pretty much, that's how sucky personal housing was. And hey, I gained a level. We, what? Oh, yeah. So right now I'm just turning in a free quest, and then I'm gonna actually call it a day. As you can see, I'm getting, quite a bit amount of gear. From turning in some of these quests. Oh god, this just looks horrible. And the last one will be at the Conjurer's Guild. And then now, if you're one of those players that likes to explore the land and just, taking the sights, I would definitely suggest holding off on using the aetherite, just so you can one traveling by foot or by chocobo pretty much allows you to save money. So that's definitely one way to save money, is just by going by foot, going by chocobo every now and then, especially once you're able to travel from Gridania and Thanalan, from Gridania and Uda to Limsa Lominsa. Pretty much that's really all you actually need money for. Everything else is just there. Like, you can go from the Black Shroud to, I'm sorry, excuse me. You can go from the Black Shroud to Coerthas. From the Black Shroud to Thanalan, from Thanalan to Black Shroud. Now, actually, like back in 1.0, you used to actually be able to access Mordana via Thanalan, and you actually still can in here. I think you used to be able to access Coerthas via Thanalan, but I'm not 100% sure. I can be 100% wrong on that. Now, one of the things that I am interested in seeing is whether or not, either in this upcoming expansion via patches later on down the line, or a future expansion, whether or not we'll get more of, we'll be able to see more of Mordana. We'll get the rest of Mordana back. Like, we got Continental Flats back, but that's only like what, a small portion, like 5% worth of Mordana back compared to how large Mordana was. Just like Heaven's Ward is like, now the way they're making it sound is like this big huge chunk of Coerthas Westlands that we're getting. In actuality, if for anybody that's played 1.0, Coerthas was like huge. So it'd be nice to see whether exactly how much of Coerthas we're getting back, as well as if we'll get anything else, any more of the land back from Coerthas. Exactly how much of starting with 3.0 and working its way towards possibly 4.0. If we'll see any more of if we'll be able to travel to any other parts of Coerthas other than just Coerthas Western Highlands, or any other place, the Dravanian Forelands, or Hinterlands, or whatever it's called. Sorry, but anyways, guys, I'm gonna call it here. Thanks for joining me in my Let's Play video. Let's play Final Fantasy XIV in Realm Reborn. We'll pick it up again possibly tomorrow. If not, then guys, I'll pick it up Tuesday. And I hope you guys enjoy your Memorial Day weekend. Remember those that have fallen. Remember those that have fought for our freedom, because that's really what Memorial Day is about. Not going out cooking. It's not about having a 3-day weekend. It's about remembering those that, and remembering and honoring those that have fought for our freedom, that have fought for our ability to be able to live free and continue to enjoy life the way that we do. Anyway, guys, this is Evo signing out. Take care.